I don't even think it's just an American thing. I think it's just like an internet age thing. I think this is a mulligan. I guess a lot of our hands don't do a whole lot until turn 3 if we don't have Heartless Summoning. Yeah, I guess I'll keep it. We have to Lava Axe ourselves on one, so hopefully we don't just, like, look at a bunch of lightning bolts. Alright, Ponza. Let's do it. This deck does have a lot of lands in it. It's on 24 lands. It's a lot for a modern deck. A lot of basic lands too, not that this hand has many. Don't show me double Blood Moon. Don't show me double Blood Moon. Don't show me double Blood Moon. Singleton Blood Moon and Molten Rain. Huh. I'm actually going to take their Molten Rain here. If they want to cast Blood Moon next turn, they lose their Utopia Sprawl. Yeah, I'm going to take their Molten Rain. We've got a reasonable number of swamps in our deck. You think I just want to Ghost Quarter them? I don't think so. I think that's wrong. I don't know. I could see that going either way. Unfortunately, we had a Windswept Heath, so we couldn't fetch a Black Source on one. Hopefully this Oracle of Mul Daya is going to let us power into a... Come on, can't you just brick? I guess they bricked on a land. Both of our decks right. All agreed. Sweet. There's a brick for us. Brick for me, baby. It's a good draw too. We get the Oracle of Mul Daya down. Start plowing through lands off the top of our deck here, hopefully. Ding. Nice Blood Moon. Okay. One good hit deserves another, I suppose. Looking to dodge Stone Rain in removal. Okay, that's good for us. They're going to Storm Breath Dragon us next turn. Oh, I didn't cast my Thoughtseize. Shut up. I didn't play my Thoughtseize because I was so excited. That's why I didn't cast the Thoughtseize. I was like, oh, I could Thoughtseize the Storm Breath before they play it. Yeah, definitely didn't do that last turn. Oh, just all. I guess that makes sense. They weren't casting their spells. I guess it makes sense. They weren't casting their spells. Oh, I guess we have a 6/6 too. I guess I'll take that. Maybe we can dodge them drawing a land for the turn. I'll play this, make a clue, crack the clue, maybe find a land on top of our deck. Alright. Open a dodge land here. Maybe we were supposed to have just Ghost Quartered them on one. Maybe it was wrong that I didn't do that. Really? They killed Tireless Tracker. That seems good for us. I guess we're pretty dead to what they have going on board, huh? Lands on top. Lands on top. Lands on top. I could have killed this and then cast this. I guess I could have done that and got some shuffles in. Yeah, the fact that I didn't play that Thoughtseize that one turn and then kinda put us behind on tempo for the rest of the game. Yeah, I'm just dead here. Yeah, I missequenced those early turns. Bad. Our Hanzo opponent made a loose play and didn't get punished, and I made a loose play and got immediately punished, because that's how justice works. I don't think I want Fatal Push in this matchup. I just want to bring in the extra of these, and Thragtusk seems fine. Seems okay. Yeah, I would play more Pauper. I'm waiting for... I think we have 2 Pauper Donation deck lists in the queue. When we get 3 or 4, we'll put another Pauper Day on the calendar. I pretty much just let the queue dictate what we play. So, when we get a few things in there that have some points behind them, we'll make time to play more Pauper. I think there was one really obvious play I made that was bad last game that was obviously not casting the Thoughtseize at the right time. And then there was a slightly less obvious play where I could have Ghost Quartered them on one as opposed to Thoughtseizing them, and I think both of those should have done differently. I should have done both of those differently. What's going on, Drowning Cow? Alright, what do you got? You have infinite ramp and like 1 payoff. I guess you technically have 2 payoffs, but we'll definitely take a payoff. Take the cards that kill you. This will be an elf, I assume. Yep. So we'd like to run off some lands here, ideally. I guess we'd like to find like a Ramunap Excavator so we can replay these fetches from the bin. Not everybody enjoys actually playing Magic. The games are too long. I like how that's a complaint. The games are too long and not people don't want to play long games. Oh, modern. Alright, it's Courser. If we brick on some lands, we're gonna get beat down pretty quickly here. Comes the beats. Richard Garfield actually intended Magic to be a fairly quick game when he designed it. I believe, and I'm paraphrasing here because I don't have the exact quote in front of me, that he intended Magic to be a game that people could play together while like waiting in lines at conventions and stuff like that as a quick game. I mean, like, opponent played a 4-mana card in Modern, I missed a land drop, so I died. Like, pretty much every 4-mana playable threat in Modern ends the game when your opponent stumbles. It's not even specific to Bloodbraid Elf. Feel like you're just not allowed to keep hands that don't do anything till turn 3 in Modern in the Dark. This one's got a lot of payoffs in it. I'm gonna keep with the Scry. We're on the play, but we hit some lands, we'll be pretty well off. Howdy, Jim. Bottom that. It's not a land. Alright, what do you got? Humans. Alright. Did you top or did you bottom? They scried bottom. Alright. Take your noble hierarch, cross our fingers. Take your noble hierarch, cross our fingers. What's going on, Nerdster? Don't you dare play a non-Horizon Canopy land. Don't you do it. God bless. God bless us, everyone. What a tilt! What a tilt. You ever, like, sometimes your Thoughtseize is better as Thought Scour? I mean, at least we're really lucky. At least I'm exceedingly lucky. I've got that going for me. I've got the fact that I'm exceedingly lucky going for me. Opponent taking the old Twitch scry on what's the name with Meddling Mage. They at least it doesn't cast Mantis Rider, right? We got that going for us. At least it doesn't cast Mantis Rider. Oh, this is great. This gives me a heads up and letting me know that I'm not going to be able to continue to not play Magic next turn. Tilt Angel, Tilt Angel, dee 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 dee. It allows you to concede earlier, ain't that the truth? So far, this deck is delivering on, this is a really clunky mid-range deck, and that's what I expected it to be. It's funny because I started this stream session off talking about how this deck played more lands than most modern decks do. Like this feels really fitting. And like this deck's just like super miserable against Reflector Mage, right? Just like mono expensive creatures that like you really don't want to play back out again. When are we gonna start playing Magic this morning? Asking the real questions. The hand's very good. It's got discard spell, into removal spell, into threat. What's the plan for our third league? We're gonna play a few matches with this one, okay? We're gonna give it a fair shake. Maybe the next one we'll find someone that really wanted to play slow dirtly magic with us. God, we just can't beat any of these cards. I guess I take Reflector Mage. I guess. I mean, they're gonna get to like Phantasmal Image my Tireless Tracker. I'm gonna go like fetch a land, Brutality, bin Wayward Swordtooth, kill your champion, take your Dismember. Look, you say Wayward Swordtooth is ambitious, and I agree with you. What you have to remember is this deck was designed by someone that wanted to play the Gitrog Monster in Modern. So, like, by that statute alone, the entirety of the deck is ambitious. Well, usually they only have one Dismember, so here's hoping they don't find another. So we've taken their ways to interact with our board, which is exciting. And their deck is definitely worse at making land drops than ours, so we've got that going for us. Next turn we'll go Verdant, fetch Swamp, crack a clue, see what we get. Champion of the Parish is gonna be Champ. It's the stuff legends are made of, really, Teferi. It's the stuff legends are made of. Gosh, my opponent's got clues too? That's so unfair. Alright, well, I'm just pushing the crap out of this image, right? Pretty sure. Crack this way in case we draw another Fatal Push. I'm not blocking, right? Not block, must attack, same line of text. Cracking the clue is good for us. We'll play and fetch next turn and probably, honestly, just crack some clues. Paying 4 mana for Vizier, the Menagerie, sounds really slow. We can see your comments, Paracel. They're literally on the stream. Literally popping up. They are on the overlay. Courser of Crew Fix. God bless you, opponent. You know they're not ghosting. That card's not in our deck. Huh. Yeah, I'm just gonna crack another clue actually. And next turn I can go Heartless into other stuff. This gets me a 6/5, which could potentially block. God, I'm gonna get Kite Sail Freebooter and get punished. What a tilt. Am I trading with this Champion of the Parish? I feel like I am. I feel like if I have the option to trade with this champion, I'm going to. Nope, just not gonna have the option. Are they gonna name Vizier the Menagerie? That makes trading worse. I just can't keep taking these hits though, right? Can I take 6 here? I think I have to. Yeah, I think I have to. The fact that I ended up not blocking makes not playing the Heartless Summoning feel even worse. Still. Alright. Go. Hey, Terrace 2009. Thank you very much for the Twitch Prime support. I appreciate that as always. Subscriptions are the best way you can support what I do here. Don't use Lieutenant kill you. I mean, this is how these mid-range decks are, right? Like, there's no cantrips, there's no selection, like that's just how the cookie's gonna crumble a lot of the time, chat. No, I said cookie and the little monster heard me. Look at, I get to kill this champion that perish inside of combat. We're so powerful. We're gonna go to a number that is more than 0. Oh, baby. How many Damnations are in our deck, chat? Uno mas Damnations in my deck. Uno mas. Uno, singleton Damnation, ladies and gentlemen. Alrighty. I'm gonna play this. I'm gonna crack this. I'm gonna go get a swamp. I'm gonna double cantrip my Azusa. So I'm gonna play Azusa, and I'm gonna go ahead and play 2 lands to make 2 clues here. And yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and attack. There's one singleton Damnation in our deck. Do I Ghost Quarter them? I feel like I should Ghost Quarter them. No, I think I'd rather Ghost Quarter them. It makes it less likely that we get Mantis Ridered. Yeah, they usually run 1 planes. The old no blocks. Well, now I'm gonna crack a clue. I think it's marginal either way. Dear opponent, please don't kill me. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Okay, this is what you could refer to as. Oh, you need a diaper change. what you refer to as you need a diaper change. Declan? Yeah, they're all gone. Icky poop. You got icky poop, yep. They are rescue bot toys, yep. You want to stream? You want to stream?
Yeah.
What do you think? Alright, so we're gonna play this. I'm gonna play this. Here's the question. Do I push the Noble Hierarch? Or do I save the push for a potential Mantis Rider? They showed us Kessig Malcontents game 1. But like hoping they continue to brick is probably silly. I think I'm saving it. I think if we get Kessig Malcontents, that's just like, you know, whatever. You like that nice chair?
Yes, again. Good, me. Right there. Right there. For me.
All right, so we'll crack this to trigger revolt. Guess this here.
Keyboard. No, mine. Mine. I sat down. Red bar?
You can have a red bar, yep. Look at that. Look at that. We're on the scoreboard.
Red bar.
We're on the scoreboard, chat. We are on the scoreboard. That. Damnation. Damnation pulling its weight. Is there supposed to be a Golgari Charm in my deck right now? I feel like there's not. There's no way this card is ever getting turned on in this matchup, right? Let's do this. Oh man. Maybe I don't understand the rules. Riki Hayashi responded to this tweet that this isn't allowed via the MTR. That's uh-oh. So unless his understanding is wrong, Riki does a lot of judging. I'd be pretty surprised if his understanding is wrong. But you know, he's human. So we'll see. We'll see. And seems decent. Turn 1 discard spell, removal spell. Someone asked, what time do I leave for Milwaukee? Not till later this afternoon. We're dropping the kids at my parents' house for the weekend, and my mother won't be home from work till 6 o'clock, so we're not leaving here till like 3 or 4. Hey, one good card. A lot of good cards. They have Reclamation Sage in their deck. Do I take Champion of the Parish here? I think I'm just gonna take Champion of the Parish here. That's probably Reflector Mage. It's not about whether or not people are opposed to that, Rixel. It's about whether or not it's allowed per the Magic rules. Like, there's a lot of things that would be good ideas, but they're just not allowed per the Magic rulebook. Like, lots of things are like, oh, that's a good idea, but then it's like, oh, you're actually not allowed to do that. Yeah, we're supposed to get bits of snow in parts of the drive back, so we'll see. It's not supposed to snow till like the afternoon/evening though, so maybe it'll push back and we'll get lucky. It's supposed to be clear driving up tonight though. Yeah, right, Quald? Like, so many people, when they talk about just like the cost of Legacy, like, you could tell they're people that don't actually play Legacy, because like the people that really play Legacy, they prefer to actually play the game, right? And they understand that they need people to play with. I'm not worried about the cold, Shannon. I'm worried about snow and driving back in the snow. It's a pretty good name.
I'm a red bar. I'm a red bar.
You want more red bar?
Red bar too.
I got the hookup. I got some red bar.
Pepple, a pepple,
Here, have some red bar. Have some red bar. You want pretzels instead?
I'm a towel.
You want some pretzels?
Yes,
Alright, so what am I Maelstrom pulsing now?
no, red bar, no.
In the event of nuclear apocalypse, do you think? That's a tough one. Meddling Mage is on tracker, so I think I have to kill it here rather than kill their bigger threat, which is Champion of the Parish. They have 2 cards in their hand before they draw for the turn. We know one's Reclamation Sage, we don't know the other. I mean, I'm playing Owling Mine. I sat and played nothing but Owling Mine for a long time on stream, so like, not really gonna be a surprise. You have a champion of the... Oh, yep. Okay, so... Oh, geez. So, we don't have another Maelstrom Pulse. We're hoping to draw exactly Damnation here. Alright, I guess Fatal Push is okay. I guess I'm not even gonna cast this yet, right? So I'll get to trade with one plus fatal push this one, and then I'm just taking damage here. Like, I'm 10 out of 10 taking this trade if they let me. I have never been so sad to have used a Maelstrom Pulse already in my life. Please attack me with everything. Please attack me with everything. Yeah, come at me, bro. Alright, so I know their last card is Reclamation Sage. By playing the tracker out here and not playing the Heartless Summoning out, we're also encouraging them to Reclamation Sage a clue here, which is nice. Reclamation Sage isn't a human, it's an elf shaman, so it doesn't power up these, which is why I was kind of surprised to see it in their deck. Creatures, removal spells. I mean, sure, when you're good, you're good. This one Damnation, there should be a second Damnation in the sideboard of this deck, in case anyone is wondering. There can and should be another Damnation on the board. No, I'm using the Fatal Push that turn. There's no way I'm not using the Fatal Push that turn, so I might as well just use my fetch land to get my extra clue out of it. I know I'm Fatal Pushing the large champion on their next turn, so there's no reason to save it. And your fucking Mantis Rider. God. I guess we drew a Damnation, so I can't really complain. One good draw deserves another. We were so close. We were so close, chat. Our clunky monster was almost gonna do it. Our clunky monster almost got there. Close, but no cigar. I guess that kind of buys us a turn, right? Cast this with Escalate. Kill your thing, drain you. Kill you, drain you. I'm just gonna bend this Heartless Summoning, right? I've got plenty of lands. Die to a second Mantis Rider here. Oh, good. Justice and Collector deal. Dead. Right, I don't have a Horizon Canopy in here. Alright, you know, that's about how I expected that to go. Deck definitely doesn't really have the tools to keep up with a deck as aggressive and as trim as humans. It's just, deck's really clunky. Alright, take 3. Third time's the charm, right, chat? Seems great. I played this card when I was in Standard a bunch. This card was sweet. I mean, I don't think jamming more 3-drops into my deck full of, like, mono 3 to 5 drops is going to help my humans match up. Like, the body on Courser isn't particularly relevant against humans. Like, it doesn't block Mantis Rider in the air, and it doesn't block their large creatures on the ground, so I think if you wanted to make this deck better against something like humans, you'd play more removal. You'd probably get up to a full play set. You probably, like, I talked about this the other day when we were playing a blue-red control deck. I think the sweet spot for the amount of interaction you want in a deck like this to be competitive against humans is probably somewhere around 8. You want like 8 pieces of removal that cost 2 or less, so you can like match their curve outs and kill their important creatures. You probably also want a minimum of 2 sweepers, so like... Well, this is going swimmingly. I think I'm just gonna play this and pass. This exposes Ob Nixilis to a counterspell next turn, but it lets it dodge a removal spell, which is ideal for us. I mean, again, just like you're recommending cards that cost like 3, 4, and 5 mana. Like you don't beat humans. Doesn't get beaten by playing more cards that cost 4+ mana. That's not how you beat the low to the ground aggressive deck. That's just not good magic. Whatever. That resolved. Yes. Yes, please use Ob Nixilis' ability. Ob Nix is so hungry. He's out for blood, chat. He's out for blood. I don't like to play decks that are intentionally bad, Hank. So, like, we play a lot of decks that are weird and probably a little bit underpowered in a lot of ways, but I think playing decks that are intentionally bad isn't particularly interesting, and it's not good content. Like, sometimes the decks we play aren't good, but we don't intentionally make deck building decisions that are bad deck building decisions to make them end up being not good. Like, we're trying to implement and execute cute ideas. It's really rude, opponent. I like my Ob Nixilis. Yeah, I think I'm gonna tell Justin I'm not playing his second surgical memes. I'll send him his money back. Or he can pick something else. It's like I said, it's just not good content. My goal is to produce good content, and just like playing decks that are like obviously bad just isn't good content by and large. 7 cards. I have all lands. Can't possibly lose, right? Gross. Alright, we'll take that Jace, I guess. Your move. A week aid. Thank you very much for the Twitch Prime support. I do appreciate that. As always, subscriptions are the best way you can support what I do here. They definitely play a basic mountain. They're not Grixis Shadow. There's definitely a basic mountain in their deck. Interact's just someone that's donated a good deal of money to the stream. It's kind of a running gag at this point. Yeah. Can we win this? And like, this is the type of matchup that we should be really good in, right? Yeah, this deck's not enjoyable. I think we're done with this one. This deck lived up precisely to the expectations that I had for it, which was it's a hot, clunky mess. And if you hit the right running mix, like we definitely ran a little bit below average in those games, but like those are just going to be draws that happen when you play a mid-range style deck like this. You know, you're not gonna like there's no cantrips in the deck. You're gonna flood, you're gonna screw, and like even when you don't flood or screw, you're gonna have games like we played against humans where just like our deck is too full of expensive spells in order to actually play them out. Like modern is a brutally efficient format. It is a format where decks like humans are good because they're using all of their resources every turn and their cards are very resource efficient. So, yeah. I don't think this is one I'd play again. I don't know that I really have constructive feedback for this. You just like, I guess if you wanted to make it better, you just need to cut some of the cute shit. This core, what do I want to do? This core is probably not terrible. This core is not completely unreasonable and has like plenty of cards to Heartless Summoning. Take these 5 cards. Toxic Timo Gaming, thank you very much for the Twitch Prime support. I do appreciate that. As always, subs are the best way you can support what I do here. Take like these 5 cards, probably this Life from the Loam too. Turn these into interaction. Just like play more discard spells, play Collective Brutalities, play Abrupt Decays. Just like these are the cards. These are the cards I would change for sure. Yeah, I mean, you can catch it later. Like, it's only 40 minutes, so if you watch it on 45 minutes, if you watch it on 2x, it's 20 minutes of your life. Yeah, I thought your username sounded familiar. No worries, Toxic. Thanks for sending the money here this way again. This deck needs rot farms. I don't think it needs more clunk like that, honestly. Yeah, I just like I said, I think this deck's just like a little bit too clunky for what you should expect to be for like a competitive modern deck. It's probably cute, and if you play against just like mono Jund decks and mono Jeskai control decks, like you're probably going to be okay against those decks in the games where you don't flood out like we just did there against a Grixis control deck. But I think in general against like the average really competitive modern deck, you're just going to be a little bit too clunky and slow.